age was Aisha radiallahu anha at the time of her marriage? Allah knows best. If you look at the narration from Asma radiallahu anha, she comes out to be 15, 16 at the time of being given in marriage, 17 at Hijrah, and 19, 18 at the time of consummation, around that.
And when the Prophet passed away, she was only 18 years old.
Accounts have her aged 9 when she was betrothed, but actually married at age 12.
Waris Maqsood has actually written a pamphlet on this, which might be found in some of the internet sites, in which he analyzes some of the reports, and he found that in fact there was some mistake in the dates, and it seems that Aisha might have been 16 at the time when she got betrothed to the Prophet, and 19 at the time of the consummation of the marriage.
And when the Prophet passed away, she was only 18 years old.
Aisha being 9 and Prophet having intercourse with her.
And there's no sex involved yet in the early age, brothers and sisters.
Aisha being 9 and Prophet having intercourse with her,
yes,
as his wife. I agree. I accept.
Yes.
Aisha's age was 9.
Biography of the sister of Aisha, Asma. It details how Asma was born 27 years before Hijrah, and that she was precisely 10 years older than Aisha. This means that Aisha was 17 in the year of Hijrah. If she got married 2 years after, that would make her 19 when she married the Holy Prophet.
And when the Prophet passed away, she was only 18 years old.
If you look at these 4 children of the first Caliph Abu Bakr, they were all born when? They were all born before the advent of Islam. So, before the Prophet was 40. This is established in history, is recorded. So let's say, for argument's sake, Aisha was born 1 year before the advent of Islam, because that's the kind of minimum. Let's say she was 1 year old. That means what? That means at the time of Hijrah, when the Prophet migrated from Mecca to Medina, she would have been 13 or 14. Because the Prophet was 40 when he received the revelation. He stayed in Mecca 13 years and he went to Medina. If all the daughters of Abu Bakr were born at the time of Hijrah, that makes the age of Aisha, the year second after Hijrah, 13 or 14.
But Aisha herself is narrating the hadith, like the one I will quote now. Aisha narrated, radiyallahu anha, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was betrothed to her when she was 6 years old. And he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old.
Muhammad ibn Ishaq, the very first historian in the history of Islam. He was the teacher of Ibn Hisham, the author of the great book of Sirah. He was the teacher of Imam al-Tabari, right? Muhammad ibn Ishaq was the very first historian. He has a list in one of his books. He has a list of the first 20 Muslims, the first 20 people that accepted Islam, probably in the first year of the Prophet's mission, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he puts Aisha at the rank of number 19. He says that Aisha was the 19th person to accept Islam. And wait a second. You must be at least conscious and aware to accept Islam. But for the sake of argument, let's say that Aisha was 5. And that is in the first year of Islam. 13 years later, at the time of Hijrah, she was what? She was at least what? 18? And 2 years later, when she married the Prophet ﷺ, she was at least what? 19 or 20?
And when the Prophet passed away, she was only 18 years old.
Ismail, the son of Imam al-Sadiq, states that Rasulullah consummated his marriage with Aisha when Aisha was 10 years of age.
In the same book of Bukhari that says a different age. Well, you might wonder, well, how is it 6 years old or is it 9 years old? Maybe they turned the number upside down. You know, a 6 and a 9, you could reverse it.
There are Muslims that try to deny this. Oh, he didn't marry Aisha as a young girl. Ya akhi, look, that's not the way forward. We don't lie for the sake of our religion. Astaghfirullah. We have the truth. We're not going to cover up the truth if people find it embarrassing. This is the reality. Deal with it. Our Prophet married a young girl and was fine for the time.
I am getting a revelation from the great God Allah. Do not like this video. Do not share this video. And